Welcome to another episode of the Evolved Dad Shortcast. Today, starting mini course week 2, I want to get into the nitty gritty of the beginning of the process of becoming an evolved dad. Last week, I discussed the importance of taking in ideas from other people, but not necessarily taking those ideas and making them your own. And that's really the core of becoming an evolved dad, realizing that it's not all about just listening to what other people are telling you. It's the idea of making things your own. And now I want to build on that. So the first step of that process is taking your day and making the most of it. We all have only 24 hours in a day. Nobody has more, nobody has less. The question is, what are you going to do at that time? I want to take you guys back a little bit. A couple years ago, I took a 30-day cohort. And it was probably one of the most difficult months for juggling things that I've done in a very long time. The reason is I was putting in 3 to 4 hours a day outside of regular business hours, doing 7 to 8 hours a day on the weekends, putting my time into this course to advance my knowledge. And the reason that I bring this up is because this is not something that's an easy thing to do. This is something that you're going to be putting your heart and soul into because you know that it's the right thing to do. It's something that's going to take time. It's going to take dedication. Most importantly, it takes ownership. You have to make a decision now whether you're going to run with this or not. Once you've made that decision, you can continue on. And to start off, we're going to build off of the baseline. So if we want to build a new structure of a dad, going from the father to the dad, we're going to start with a foundation, a strong foundation. That foundation needs to be what's going to hold this new structure of dad on. And we want to make sure that we fill in that foundation properly so there's no cracks. We don't have issues with the weather that's going to come and the storms. And it's going to stand and withstand the tests of time to the best of our abilities. And the first most important piece of that is defining why you're doing this. And I have something that I use called the perfect day exercise. Part of that perfect day exercise is defining your why. And the reason behind that is you can listen to all the motivational videos and content that you want for days, weeks, and years and make absolutely no progress. And it's simple why. Because we get that dopamine effect. We get excited. We have all these energy bursts, but it's empty. It's like you go to a party, you get all hyped up, but you may walk outside 3 minutes later, you're back to regular life, and that's it. What happened? How come the party's not continuing? Because it was a temporary rush that you got. It's the same thing with motivation. Motivation can't be something that's exterior. It has to be interior. You have to have that built-in motivation, something that's going to keep stoking that flame, something that's going to keep burning, even when you're almost done with and you can't do it anymore, but you're going to push a little bit more because you have that why. Because that why is what's going to carry you through the journey. And like I said, it's not an easy time. It's not something that's going to be simple that I'm just going to continue on with life as is and I'm going to become a dad. No, it's going to take hard work. but it's going to be the most fulfilling work that you can do in your life. It's literally going to change your entire family's dynamic. This is something that you're changing who you are to improve the quality of life that you have. This is not running after some get rich quick scheme. If that's what you're looking for, you're in the wrong place. This is something that's free. But in a way, it's the most expensive thing because it's taking your time and it's taking your energy. However, it will be the best investment that you'll ever be able to make. Because this investment is something that's going to carry on not just for years, but potentially for generations when done correctly. This is something that you're going to not only be building yourself up, not only be leaving that impression on the day-to-day of your interactions with your family, with others. This is something that's going to transfer to your children and carry on for future generations. So the first thing that you need to do is take time without a phone, without any distractions whatsoever. If you meditate, try that. If you like going for walks, do that. You want to jog, bike, or you just want to sit around somewhere. No distractions. Don't sit and talk it over with someone. Don't listen to music. Don't turn on your phone. Don't turn on anything. Get it all out of your eyesight. Get it out of the room. Get away from it. Just have time with yourself and really dig in and think, why am I doing this? I can't tell you that. Your wife can't tell you that. No one can tell you that. Only you can know why you want to do something. But I want to offer you one tip, something that's absolutely changed how I approach finding my why. And that's asking yourself why multiple times. When you come up with your first idea, don't just run with that. Stop and ask yourself, but why? If you say that I'm doing this because I want my children to have a better life, why? And you'll find that somewhere between 4, 5, maybe 6 whys, you're going to dig down into a place that was covered over. You're going to get to that raw emotion, get to that point of understanding and feeling that true why. But you need to be honest with yourself. And this is why it's something that you have to work through on your own. This is not something that anyone else can help you with because nobody else can see what's deep in your heart, what's deep in your mind. This is something that you need to work through. And you need to come back strong with why you're doing this. And once you find that why, I want you to write it down. I want you to write down that raw emotion that you feel when you've reached that point. And you'll know when that is. And to be honest, when you think you found it, ask yourself why again. You'll know if that's it or if there's more to dig into. So your homework this week is to find your why. Dig in deep. Find that why, that true why, that deep, raw, emotional why. Capture it. Because that's what's going to carry you through this. That's what's going to carry you along the journey when the times get hard and you don't want to do it anymore because you feel like you're beat. That why is going to reignite that motivation and carry you through. As always, I want to thank you for spending your time with me today. This is Jonathan, the Evolved Dad, signing off.